Hey, we're We As Human, and you're watching 117 TV.
Guys are making waves in the world of rock music. This is We As Human, and we are so excited to have them on 117 TV today.
The world's on fire, but we're all smiling, though it's all our fault. But life is short, so we resort to laughing through.
Great to meet you, Justin. I'm going to make you introduce us to everyone here.
I can do that. I know all their names. I've known them
should.
for a little while. It's great to be here on 117. So, stage left is the drummer Adam Osborne. Jake Jones plays rhythm and lead guitar, and Justin Forshaw right in front of me, we call him Forshaw, plays lead as well. And then Dave is down here holding down the low end. He's the bass player.
All right.
And there's only one left. I'm the singer. So
Yeah.
my name's Justin.
Yeah, well, it's so great to have you on today. So give us a little bit of the backstory, maybe before we get to the very exciting part of Skillet going, okay, these guys are the real deal.
Okay, yeah. Well, we started in a very small town in Idaho, a town called Sandpoint, Idaho. We were almost to the Canadian border, about an hour south or something
wow.
like that. So middle of nowhere, just a bunch of dudes who like to jam together. And then we kind of extended our reach to find Justin and Jake and Dave here when we started getting really serious about doing music for a living. You know, we needed to find some serious musicians, and they joined the band, and we've had this lineup for about 5 years now. And so it's been really cool. It's been an exciting time. We've been doing a lot of touring, and yeah, we just kind of started as five guys who just love to play music, and that's about how that went. Yeah.
Very awesome. And so you guys have been touring basically since you've been together, really getting out on the road and getting the music out there. Talk about the tour you're on now, the Release the Panic tour, and what a cool lineup for people who love Christian rock music. You guys are out with Red, right?
We're out with Red, yeah.
That's
and
cool.
there's another band, Southbound Fearing, that's on this tour as well. It's been a really cool tour. We've been fans of Red ever since they came out. You know, first time I heard Breathe Into Me, I was like, that's sick.
Yeah.
I dig that. So to be on tour with them is really cool. It's really cool, and they're great guys. We've been having a great time on this tour. The crowds have been amazing. You never know going into the tour what exactly to expect. But Reds fans are crazy, and we like crazy people.
Yeah,
so.
and what great fans to be exposed to with the style of music that you guys have as well. That's really awesome. So tell me a little bit about Skillet's role in kind of helping to launch you guys forward. You're about to release a huge project. Your first full-length EP is coming out in late June.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about Skillet and kind of how they've helped to kind of push you guys forward.
Well, Skillet, it's so funny that we're even involved with Skillet, because when we started, we didn't have enough original songs to do our very first concert. I think we had how many songs did we have, Adam? Like 3 or 4, yeah, not that many. And so Skillet had just released a record, and we're like, well, we love Skillet, let's cover some of their songs. So our very first gig, we played like 2 or 3 Skillet covers.
Okay.
So we have, needless to say, been Skillet fans from the very beginning, from our genesis. And so you know, jump to a few years later, we're starting to tour a lot as an independent band. We're going all over the United States, just kind of making circles and trying to, you know, let people know that we're here and build our fan base just really organically, just real grassroots. And at one of Skillet's shows rather, our old road manager was working their show.
Okay.
And he went up to Ben Cassica, the old guitar player for Skillet, and handed him our EP that we had just done rather. And he's like, check this out. And even us being in a band, you get those all the time.
Right.
And it's great and it's cool. We did that. Obviously we handed them out. And so I hear back, I don't know, a few weeks later that John Cooper, his manager, Zach Kelm, got a hold of me. He's like, hey, John Cooper heard your stuff, the lead singer of Skillet, and he really likes it. And I thought I was getting pranked, man. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
That had to be a little bit mind-blowing, huh, guys,
it
to
was
get his
amazing.
attention?
Yeah, it was just an amazing time. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. So he's like, will you come out to Tennessee and meet with us? And we'd just like to talk with you. So I flew out here to Tennessee before we lived here, obviously, and met with them, and they said they wanted to work with us. And long story short, they introduced us to our label, Atlantic Records, and we signed with Atlantic Records. And we've done a ton of touring with Skillet.
Yeah.
I think I could get up and sing John's parts. He sounds better singing those songs than I do, but I think I could get up and pretty much sing all of his songs. We toured with him that much.
You hear it every night, and that's awesome. So
exactly.
let's talk about the project that's about to come out. And I know you guys are so excited. You've worked so hard for a while now to be able to have a full-length EP that can get in the hands of all of your fans, and they can download this music. Talk about the message of the music and kind of your style for people who aren't necessarily familiar with your sound.
Okay, yeah. Well, genres are so subjective, but we like to call ourselves a modern rock band or hard rock band. We have a new record coming out June 25th, and we did this record. We spent about 2 years writing it, and we went down to LA and recorded it with Howard Benson, a hero producer of ours.
Yeah.
He's produced Skillet and POD and just a million bands that we have loved and looked up to our whole lives. And Creed, he did some Creed stuff. And so we went down and made a record with him. We think it's the best music we've ever made. We really put our heart and soul into this one. Like, it was insane, just the lengths that we wanted to go to with this. So we're really happy with it. And as far as our message, I have, as the lyric writer in the band, I've really tried to challenge myself more than I ever have in trying to come up with creative ways of saying, Scripture says that there's nothing new under the sun. There's just not. We're all saying the same thing over and over, especially as believers and Christians. We're telling the same message that's been spoken from the beginning. The Scripture says that we're building on the foundation of those who came before us, the foundation of the apostles. And so we know that. And we're not trying to come out with a new message. We're just trying to find fresh ways of saying it for this generation and the people who are here right now. And so I've really challenged myself to try and push the envelope a little bit lyrically. So I think you guys will be really happy the farther you dive into our lyrics, just the things that you'll discover there. We, throughout our entire album and our lives, we try to live lives that are true to the gospel message and that are true to our faith and our beliefs in Jesus Christ. And so, but I don't want to just give it all away. I want our fans to think. I want them to really dig in and go through this musical journey with us on this record, and not just be like, I listened to it once, I get it. I get what, I've heard all that they have to say. I try to write a little bit deeper, just a little bit below the surface.
Yeah, challenge them a little bit. Well, that's awesome. Well, it's so nice to meet you guys, and best of luck with this project that is coming out.
Thank you.
People can get it. They can download it. They can get it in a lot of different ways,
yeah,
right?
it's going to be in stores. It's going to be in Christian bookstores and in retail stores,
Wherever
everywhere,
you buy
on
your
iTunes,
music, right?
of course. Yeah, that's right.
Well, also go to their website so you can look up the dates for this tour, the Release the Panic tour, because you can also get the music there, find out more about these guys.
Yeah.
And what is the website?
weashuman.com. Go check it out and make sure you come see us on tour.
Bigger they are, the harder